Hello everyone, Praise Good here, and welcome back to more Tears of the Kingdom. Last time, we got everything we can get in the game that isn't located on the Dragon Head Islands, or is our reward for getting all shrines in the game. I'm being a bit delusional, because I miscount on some of this stuff, so I'm going to be panicking here in a moment, but trust me, we have everything up to this point. There is a part of me that wants to say that the crystal is over here on the right. And hopefully the last stage as well is just like on one of these random other islands over here. But I'm going to head over here. And I'm probably going to get a shrine at some point in all this mess. Oh, do I know? I have something. I have a handful of things that cuts. We're okay. I'm not going to lie. I'd be lying if I said I didn't panic in that moment. One shrine, one sage's will. I'm kind of looking at what islands are left out here for where Sage's will be. I may be having a moment where I've got to have a panic and look around for the extra treasure chest. Anyway, let's not worry about that now. Let's worry about where this whole... Oh, you just need a rock. I can facilitate an rock, not a picture. Actually, let's get a Hardy Rash picture. I'm going to see if I can't... I don't know how I will do this, but I'm going to see if I can't, like, buy Robbie out of his collection. Ah, so the rock is in this one. And it just needs to go over this one. Got it! Where is it? Is it just... It can't be the center. It has to be, like... Oh, it isn't the center. It's the one on the outside. Kind of hard to do that when you can't, like, see properly. Okay, bye-bye now. Have a great day, nice lady. Oh, where was it? Well, if I pull up my map, I don't think it's on the back side. I think it's... Okay, Brian, let's work together for half a second. So that's where the island is over there. So that means the entrance should be like right here. Is that it right there? Yes. Okay. Triangulation, baby. Let me in, please. I'll do a little bit of clearing, but let's just get ourselves inside. Yep, so this will be the last shrine that doesn't revolve around us getting... Yeah, this will be the last shrine that doesn't revolve around us getting to the Dragon Head Island. So, let's see. If I do this right, then I've got this all situated for the building. So, grab... I'm just going to do this, and it should grab everything. And there we go. I like how we are only going to use this once, and yet, here we are. I like how... Ooh, that's a little off kilter. Ah, whatever. Last time we're using it, doesn't matter. Wait. I realized something here. Talk. This happened to somebody I was watching, where they didn't talk to the crystal before they moved it out of its starting place, and it reset it. So, I think that's a possibility, something that can happen. So, I guess I tell you now so it doesn't have the possibility to happen to you. Where would it be? Is it this way? Is it to the left? Is it out there? I don't know where the treasure chest is. It is pinging for a treasure chest. I want to make sure I get this shrine done before I go to the treasure chest, though. Can I just deliver it like... Yeah, I can't just deliver it like that. That's funny. Okay. This should be the last shrine. Now, like I said, Oh, I should have let that play out. Oops. Oh, well. Tomato at this point. And it's a free... But rather, this is the last shrine we're going to do before we turn around and head ourselves over to the Dragon Head Islands. Oh, an Ozonite Shield. 58 power, you say? You're breaking. You're also the one I was using. You know what? One more time for the one more time. It shouldn't be that funny to me, but it is. So now, I guess I gotta bounce between some of these islands and find that one... what is it called? Sage's Will that I'm missing. And hopefully it's just out here in this last little collective. And now begins the point where I start having minor panic I'm not going to say attacks because I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but start having minor panic that I missed one singular chest. Also the radar. Oh, that's off in the distance. Okay, we're good. I have a minor fit that I missed one Sage's Will, even though I've been very diligent about this. You are taking me way too off base. Hold on. I mean, I can warp back up if necessary. Nadra? I saw blue, so I think it's Nadra. No, that's Zelda. Hi, Zelda. Okay. Before I go, I'll just remember to jump off the back side of that shrine. But let's go. Let me go bum about these last few collective islands, or this last collective islands we're currently standing on, to see if they're just hiding out here on one of these platforms. I doubt it. And it's going to lead me to doing a whole like check and guess system of like, okay, let me just bounce around between these various islands. Where is the treasure chest I've missed? But yeah, like I said, it's just, we have 2 shrines and 1 Sage's Will on that collection of dragon heads. So it is literally just a singular Sage's Will. Only problem is, where does it reside? Despite the fact I've kept this tracker on chests only this whole time, is the part that makes me a little worried. Okay, nothing out here. And I did this. Is that the... The only bad part is I've done this whole Skyline part over the course of like 3 or 4 days. And with how bad my short-term memory is at times, I don't know if where I've actually done to finish all of this stuff yet. Okay. Okay, so it is guiding me over here to this island. The treasure radar. Who knows? Maybe it's not an old map. Maybe it is the missing Sage's Well that I need. If it's hanging off the side, though, I'm not that sure about it. Okay. Well, it's hanging off the side. Oh, boy. This makes me think that it is actually an old map. But... well, I mean, go ahead and tell me that I don't have it. Also, is this... I think it's like 35th? 26th. Yeah, if there's any more old maps up here that will guide us towards some of this other stuff, I don't know where it is anymore. I don't know where it is, and I cannot be bothered to track it all. We've gotten all the treasure chests that are related to it, so... let me go ahead and do one of these. So... I'm going to have to, like, do laps around the skies now to, like... I'm going to have to, like, do laps around the skies to find now, aren't I? Like, the only other place it could be is this island here or anything, or like this is the only other island we haven't touched yet. And that's the only place it could possibly be, because I think I've even gone out to this island and been rewarded with nothing. So, well, let my insanity commence while I proceed to explore the skies and figure out where is it hiding. Never mind, I have been losing my goddamn mind this whole time thinking I missed a Sage of Will, when there's actually 2 of each of these things up on the Dragon Head Islands. So we're all checklisted off, but seeing as I'm already jumping around the world and I'm next going to find the best place to jump to get to the Dragon Head Islands to handle the whole thing in the order I want to do it, let's just turn this in right now. Well, where did you find the stone tablet? According to stone tablet, look at landing, we have 12 tablets left to find. You happen to find some more stone tablets on your travels. Can you get some kind of visual evidence and bring it to me to show me? Here's a picture. So I won't like speak the whole thing, but there is whatever blurbs he has to say. I'll proceed to talk over. So it says, so sweat the song of King Rauru, on great the beauty of the Sustres Adons that or why we're speaking German. I don't think I can even sound Queen Sonia's, but. Yeah, it almost feels like this is in German. Is this... I'm not even going to say this now because it's so broken up that I can't read it properly, but is this... Is this... Does this happen to be a... I wonder if this happens to be like a situation where for one language, this is me spitballing, but like this happens a lot, where if a program or media uses another language as its base for some foreign or ancient language, when they put it into that language, they just swap the rules. Like for instance, if this was in German, Sprachen Sie Deutsch, if we were in that instance, if all this language would actually be in full-on English instead, or if it would be another language entirely. One recounting of a scene never before related in history book. The descriptions of their personalities and expressions make the ancient past feel alive again. This stone tablet is a first-class find. Well done. I'm possibly beside myself to think of how this story from the ancient past preserved so long for us to reach us today. Thank you, Link. I've forgotten about your reward. Oh, right. We get loads of money for doing this. I forgot about this. So, maybe I'll just skip a lot of this text and go to the part where he translates it instead of directly translates it. So, original text. I'm not even going to deal with it. Wow, this one looks to be about Queen Sonia. It claims that Sonia was a priestess before marrying Rauru. Despite his status as a Zonai, a people popularly thought to be gods, she would console him without trepidation. Moreover, Rauru heeded this counsel. Incredible! This account gives us first-hand knowledge of the nature of Queen Sonia and King Raru's relationship. Rauru found himself unexpectedly charmed by her strong will, and before long, they were married. That last bit isn't in the text, that's me speculating. Nonetheless, truly fascinating. History really speaks of a person's character prior to being elevated to royalty, so I can't help but be fantasized. I'm kicking my glass. I was like, what is that sharp pain? Well, not sharp pain. It's like a pain in my... something disturbing my leg. Anyway. Let's just hope that I haven't miscounted the amount of tablets to take pictures of. Because that would be embarrassing. And again, just kind of letting this go. I'll pause, but we'll get the actual story here. It's actually a very enlightening story. Apparently, King Rauru would vacate his official business from time to time in order to go out hunting. I had the impression he was a stricter, more serious king, but I guess he had a lighter side as well. However, Queen Sonia was always a step ahead. She would put a stop to King Rauru's hunts and bring him back. In some circumstances, you might expect this to have been a point of tension at their court, but the tone here is much more playful than that. These royals were more relatable than one might assume. Or, so it seems from this account at least, fascinating. We really get a glimpse in the down-to-earth side of royalty in this way. It's an important find to be sure. So, let's keep on going with this. This is all fluff and guff. This is probably going to be, I don't know if this will be its own episode or not, but this is all going to be like the reading episode for a bit. Can't speak that. Sprockets of English. Or it says English. I have to remember. I have to say it properly. I'll walk you through this one. The subject here is the actions King Rauru and Queen Sonia undertook not long after Hyrule's founding. With the kingdom established, they were worried for the people, so they set out to eradicate the monsters troubling them. They created structures called Shrines of Light to seal the monsters away so that they could never be revived. There's more here about light, and time too. I sense I get this is that the two of them may have had supernatural powers. Though it's part of ancient history, it's a feat those of us living today should still be grateful for. Truly an important discovery. Very good, and as promised, your reward. I might go talk to Robbie, actually, after this, just to see what I can all get. I don't think I'm going to be even remotely close to, like, emptying him out, but I am... Maybe I'll sell some stuff, too. We'll see. Also, that text popped up of Mineru. Oh, so King... Oh, it was his older sister. I don't recall reading that. Here we learn a bit about Mineru. It says that she neglected to eat or sleep while making something called a construct. It was part of her research in the means of returning to life as a spirit possessing a new body should her original one die. To you or I, this sounds less like history and more like a sort of ghost story. But remember who we're dealing with. They may have had unfathomable powers that made such things possible. The revelation that Mineru was a fellow researcher makes her feel like a kindred spirit to me, and yet... The Chamberlain who inscribed these stone tablets treats Mineru with such care and kindness that it warms my heart. There's that name Mineru again. Monero popped up in the Tears flashbacks. Zelda mentions Mineru in the final tier. Here we see mention of Mineru in the ancient texts. Also, if anybody hasn't been paying attention, Mineru is nearby. I'll just leave it at that because we're going to get to that in a new time. Additional text. Yeah. This is another fascinating entry. If my translation is correct, the Zelda described here is Zonia's distant relative. According to this, she arrived in Hyrule unexpectedly from another kingdom. It seems she was a beautiful princess. Her strange clothing perplexed the people of Hyrule, and many were suspicious of her at first. But this Zelda had such an undeniable air of nobility that those who doubted she was of royal birth were soon silenced. What a tale! It is also fascinating. This level of detail of individual people is virtually unheard of in text from so long ago. I felt extremely blessed to do the research against ancient Hyrule in such times. Note, too, how clearly this conveys the writer's feelings regarding Zelda. Once it was clear Zelda would be staying, she applied to be Chamberlain to the princess. That suggests real admiration. Very good, and as always, the reward. So, I guess in all, you'll get 1,200 rupees from doing all this, so... There's not like a bad end to this reward, so to say, but there is rewards to us, anyway. All the stuff that I can't read, I'm not gonna if you want to read it yourself, go crazy, but I'm gonna do it this way. The variety of tales of these stone tablets continues to fascinate me. Zelda apparently visited Mineru often to assist with her research. I have no idea what kind of thing this construct that allowed people to write on it was, but Zelda wrote it so well that our author, the Chamberlain, was again impressed by her skill at everything she tried. That's the long and short of it here. But more than the narrative, what strikes me is the back and forth between the Chamberlain and Zelda. The Chamberlain tried to warn Zelda of danger, but Zelda pushed past her and wrote the construct anyway. It's short but so evocative of both the level of technology found in this era and the character of their visitor Zelda. Excuse me. The treasure found in these stone tablets is the pearls of wisdom and nuggets of personality contained within. Thank you, Link. More rewards, by the way. So I guess we'll have like 1,900 rupees by the time we're done here. I think I'll go visit Robbie once we're done here and see what we can pull together. How curious. Here we learn something about the fashion trends of that era. No, stop. The story's catalyst is their Zelda telling a tailor about the mushroom pattern outfits becoming popular in her homeland. Intrigued, the tailor fashioned some clothing in that vein, and it caught on in ancient Hyrule. Do you know Cece from Hateno? Imagine the look on her face if she were to find out. They say that trends go in cycles, but I didn't expect mushroom patterns to have been in fashion so long ago. One last thing about the Chamberlain. Her interest in fashion shows that there was more to her than a devoted service. She was just like anyone else in the kingdom. I mean, time is kind of cyclical in a sense. Yeah, time is a bit cyclical in that things do tend to find their way back around again and again. I mentioned it in the last recording session about the whole dumb YouTube poop Snoop Pink as usual I see becoming a meme once again in today's day and age. Read 5 months ago day and age. This one is an ancient ghost story. My understanding of ancient Hyrulean isn't perfect, but I know a ghost story when I sees it. It's a first-hand account of a ghostly or maybe corpse-like woman who appeared each night looking just like their Zelda. No matter the era, it seems people can't resist sharing a good ghost story. A bit like how there have been eyewitnesses' accounts of our Princess Zelda in the newspaper, even though she's missing. Sorry, gassing. Could our Zelda be a ghost too? No, of course not. There's no such thing. As a believer in science, I should know better than to suggest such things. Please forget I said anything. Sometimes ghost stories have weight. So 3 stone tablets left. I hope we get to a point where so we should have 3 more accounts this, and hopefully I got it. Hey, I took this one while I was starting to reach terminal velocity. Could you read it? I took a picture quickly before I became a link-sized pancake on the ground. I think this is okay. Anybody who happens to speak German, you can correct me on this, but this is almost kind of like how German works like German to English works. Like German is actually oddly close to English, other than like maybe some grammar bits. So like reading German and speaking it is not that hard, but understanding it is a little bit harder. At least that's what I get from a friend of mine who has like taught me a handful of things about it. The details aren't clear, but essentially the Chamberlain trusted Mineru and Zelda's predictions and wanted to help. She put forth the suggestion to Mineru to build a mechanism that could make her stone tablets float. Which I take it are the very tablets you found. Simply incredible. In finding the fantastic devices they built to preserve the records, you fulfilled the wishes they wrote here. And it doesn't end there. If I'm reading this right, it suggests that Princess Zelda worked with Mineru to raise the Temple of Time into the sky. The idea of the Temple of Time, a grand edifice built in that ancient era, being lifted to the skies to await a hero. Trust me, that's what it says. Although given the appearance of the Sky Islands after the people, perhaps it's not so far-fetched as it seems. There are many revelations here. My hands are trembling from all the strange, exciting ideas. And that's from merely reading an account long removed from the event. What must it have been like for the Chamberlain to live through it? Anyway, quick drink of water for me. So hopefully there is one more, hopefully there is one more tablet I can present here after this. Ba-ba-dee-ba-da-ba-doo. My head is spinning. I need to lie down. This is an incredible find. The eyewitness accounts of the Temple of Time floating up into the sky. It's a landmark discovery for the history of Hyrule, and maybe one of the top 10 most important discoveries of all time. Even among all the breathtaking displays of power we knew from that era, to raise the land and its building into the sky, that was a feat impressive even to those accustomed to wonders. You can tell as much from this account. Zelda predicted that a hero would appear in the land they raised into the sky, and that he would save Hyrule. The Chamberlain took this on faith and wanted to know how she could help. So she inscribed these records on the stone tablets that Mineru sent to the sky. I'm so overwhelmed that the tremors have gone past my hands and legs. My whole body is shaking. Please excuse me, this is no way for a researcher to behave. I need to view these accounts as a historian and not get so swept up in personal sentiments. Thank you, Link, and I haven't forgotten about your reward. Oh, okay, so there should be one last tablet, and okay, good. We got all the tablets. That's my worry. That's me worrying laid to rest. Help. Let's see. What about Ondal 13? Probably that text of Ondal 13 probably more or less just says find all 13 tablets. This is a long one. Hold on. It seems this is the last of the records. The royals whom the Chamberlain served so faithfully were gone, one by one. It's heartening to read. Her pain comes across so clearly in her wounds. Words, rather. What's less clear from these entries is the cause of all these partings. Well, each new mystery is an opportunity to do more research. If I keep digging, someday I'll unravel it. Like the noble Chamberlain, I must do my part. Thank you, Link. I haven't forgotten about your reward. Also, do I get a bonus reward for getting it all? The thought of such incredible historical artifacts falling down all over Hyrule is so exciting. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't this the final tablet? Yeah. We collected all 13 of them? I mean, you started me on the quest. Chill out. Can't believe it! Finally, I've translated the whole history. I'm going to need a moment. Now that I've read it all, well, to step outside my role as a researcher, I'm deeply impressed with the author. I would very much like to meet her, if only for the vast gulf of time didn't separate us. But of course, collecting 13 records of these stone tablets would have been impossible without your cooperation. In recognition of your hard work and as a member, well, honor member, of the survey team, I want you to have this cloth. Cool, I get a cloth that looks like Captain 8-Pack over there, I forget his name. Tell you, Link, I've never felt prouder of you researching than today. To see all the valuable data compiled to the research lab wall makes me almost overcome with emotion. Where should we display this one? Maybe on this wall? Well, goodness, there's so many things I have to put up all over the place. Something. Oh, actually, it's everything. You can actually read it all. I must have been so much in go mode in my personal playthrough that I didn't even think to read about this. I gained some precious understanding from my analysis and text discovered this time. This history the Chamberlain left for posterity contains not just the facts, but an important record of her feelings. I want to continue my research of ancient Hyruleans so I can convey those feelings to the rest of the world. Link, thank you very much for working on this with me. Side adventure done. And, you know, I'll be close. You know what? I was about to sell here, but like, I'll be close enough to Robbie going up to Hateno. Where's Hateno? Help. It's down further, isn't it? Yes, it is. I'll be close enough to Robbie that I'll go get a total count of what all he wants, and see if we get even remotely close to the full monetary amount. Spoilers, we won't. Can I help you? I'm not even gonna bother you. Anyway, let me just go take note of everything in here. Hi. Robbie, don't interrupt me. Hey, buddy. You're gonna interrupt me. No wonder collecting all those pictures was no small feat, I'll tell you, and since you know how tough it is, tell you what, if you want some pictures for my compendium, I'll be glad to sell them. Okay. So, let's see. Let me do calculations and kind of, like, tally up what I've all got myself. Even though I'm pretty sure we're looking at hundreds of thousands of rupees, so I may just scratch this entirely. Alright, I'm doing some rough calculations here on my phone. I'm only counting, like, gems. I'm not counting my entire inventory. So let me count. I'm gonna count out my zone. I'm gonna count out my small zona here really quick here. But mainly with just gemstones and one or two other things, I am short by about 22,600 rupees. I don't think the small zone will bridge that gap in the slightest. Also, I counted some zone charges in that whole math, but. Pretty sure, yeah, that's only going to be 2 grand, so. Alright, so we're not going to get the full compendium. That's fine. Would have been neat to show that off, but that's something, that's part of that whole I will leave it to you if you really want to see it kind of thing. So we'll just let that be. Anyway, well, this all handled, I think actually the way I want to handle this is I want to go from... I want to hit the highest points of these islands first. Oh. Huh. Marks on the map. Neat. I want to hit the highest points of these islands first. So let me go here from the Great Sky Island, and jump off of there to get things started. Unfortunately, we could not complete the compendium, but the history of the Zonai have been laid before us. And with that, I'm going to end today's episode here. Everyone, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time when we go up to the Dragon Island. Take care, everybody.